Welcome adventurers! Today we are doing another Peaks of Time adventure, The Savage Wastes. This adventure is a little bit different from everything we've faced before because after each fight you will lose about half of your health and some energy. So as you can see here, we won this fight, but if we look at the heroes, we will see that all our heroes are injured right now, and you can mitigate that by using the fountains. Moreover, relics in this map are already on the battlefield, so you can actually check out what kind of relics you are lucky with. So it is recommended before starting your run to check out all the relics that you have and figure out if you are happy with the results. If you don't, you can always leave the adventure, restart it, and you will get the new set of relics. Also, it's recommended to scout a little bit on your first run to try to uncover most of the map and see all those relics so you know what you will be going for. The main issue of this adventure are the last enemy fights. You have several of those elite enemies one after another, and after that you got a chief enemy who is protecting the crystal chest. Fighting all those enemies in a row is a little bit hard, so you will have to plan your route accordingly. So right, as for the relics, it's really important to get a lot of those energy replenishment relics and life leech relics that will help you guys to be alive and well. Moreover, while fighting those enemies, it is recommended to use heroes that will recover your energy and health, such as Nemora, Rowan, Lucius, maybe Chimera because she have a self-sustain and life leech. You can use Tessie as well for some crowd control, and also if you have twins, those can help you as well with their haste bonus. So make your team based on the survivability, so your guys will be able to recover their health and energy during the fights. And another small tip, you can use mercenaries in this run, so if you have issues, you can always borrow some really powerful mercenary that will help you to plow through this adventure. So after 2 fights your health will be really low and you would like to use that fountain over here in order to recover your health and energy back to 100%. That means that after drinking from the fountain, your heroes will be able to unleash their ultimate straight at the beginning of the fight, so we have to use it to our advantage. Since enemies don't drop relics here, you can take chests on the different runs, the normal chests, and avoid those unnecessary fights that will allow you to conserve some fountains, some energy, and use everything you have for the important fights, for the boss fights and path towards the boss. So we will try to do just that and ignore the unnecessary enemies and get the optimal path toward the boss. So we'll take this relic, and our path here leads through those 2 guys and the fountain, but since we are at full energy and health, we would like to go and fight those guys at the left. Next step will be using the watering hole at the top over here, getting that boost and fighting those 2 common enemies. Now let's use the watering hole in front of us that will recover our forces and get all those relics in front of us. There is one more relic on top of this area, so let's take it as well. If you haven't collected all the chests around here, you can fight some of those enemies and use your energy and health over here to get the chests. If not, if you have collected everything, I would advise using this watering hole at the left, getting a little bit more relics, and plowing our way towards those bosses. This will be the hardest part of the adventure. Alright, now we use this watering hole over here and take the legendary relic. Before going to the boss area, we will have to press this button on the left. So let's start clearing those elite enemies on the left. If you can, try to take out 2 enemy groups, but be careful not to lose your forces. If you have issues in the fight and you feel like you're losing, you can always pause the battle, exit battle, and try again or go back and recover. So for example, if you are out of energy and that fight was hard for you, you can always go back over here, take this watering hole. That will allow you to recover energy and health, get additional relic, and move back to the forward area and fight more enemies over here. So basically right now you'll be running here, fighting the enemies, and if you can't handle the next in line, this guy or this guy, you are coming all the way back over here and going towards those fountains over here and getting relics in the way. If you feel that you are too weak and you can handle some chief enemies over here in any situation, you might need to level your heroes a little bit more or replay it with a different relic set. So okay, after taking this chief enemy out, we will step on this button and that will lower the pillar. Now we have access to the chief enemy at the top. Probably after this fight you would like to go recover some health, so we'll do just that and fight those common enemies. Get additional watering hole and get additional relics. It's up to you to decide when you want to go back here and recover your energy and get additional relics and when you want to go and fight more tough enemies. Just keep in mind that you don't need to take those watering holes unless you really need to. So let's go back and fight more elite enemies. We did a fantastic job and took out one enemy, and we still have power to take out the second one. There we go. Now probably we are way too weak, so we need to go back and get one more of those watering holes. If this one is depleted already by now, you can always take the one on the right over here, and we saved it just for that occasion right before the boss fight. Now we can finally go and fight the enemy boss over here. For this fight you will fight Athelia boss, and she can be pretty hard, so what I would advise is using Vurk if you have him in front of her. That will allow you to poison her. Then you can use some tanks and some crowd control that will allow you to avoid her powerful attacks, but it will vastly depend on your team composition, so don't sweat about it too much. Just experiment with different teams, fight Athelia. If you don't feel it's working, you can always pause, try again, or exit the battle. Congratulations, you get access to the crystal chest, the hardest one on this map, and now all you have to do is to get the rest of those chests that are located all over the map, and if you will have trouble getting them in one run, you can do several runs in order to get all the rewards. Congratulations, the Savage Wastes is 100% completed, and you have unlocked the solar plane. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you find it useful, please like, share and subscribe to the AFK Arena official channel, where we will be releasing more official tutorials and content breakdowns. До свидания.